It's Phil Lindeman with your Krystal 93 News at 4. A long and tricky ascent of Quandary Peak turned into an even longer night at 14,000 feet. Here is Summit County Sheriff's Lieutenant Mike Schilling with details from a 15-hour overnight rescue south of Breck.
A father and a teenage son, and their plan was to climb the west ridge and then hike down the east ridge, which is not your standard Quandary route. The west ridge is considerably more difficult. At around 8 p.m., they ended up calling for help. The two climbers were cliffed out.
Flight for Life dropped a rescue team on East Quandary just after dark. By the time they reached the father and son and brought them safely to the summit, everyone was exhausted.
The father and son were really cold. They didn't have a whole lot of extra clothing with them. So rescuers set up a tent, had a bunch of warm clothes. Everybody huddled up and made it through the night high on the mountain.
Early this morning, the father and son were hoisted to safety by a Black Hawk helicopter. The rescuers, they were supposed to be hoisted until winds got in the way. They ended up walking back down. Everyone was off the mountain by 11:30. The Sheriff's Office thanks Summit County Rescue Group, Flight for Life, and the Black Hawk pilots from HATS, the Army National Guard high-altitude training site in Gypsum. Armchair rescuers on Facebook want to know, will Colorado start charging for rescues, or maybe mimic a Washington state sheriff who wants to ticket people who get in over their heads? Schilling responds.
Bad days happen to all of us, and we're the type of community that is there for everyone. And the idea of charging for rescues just doesn't work. The last thing we want is anyone to hesitate.
Schilling says these two climbers did a lot right before they got into trouble.
The thing about it is they started their day early in the morning. They had a plan, and they had talked to another family member who knew what their plan was. They had a communication device with them, and when they realized they were in over their head, they called.
Search and rescue in Colorado, it is always free. Do not hesitate to call if you are in trouble. The sooner, the better. Local fire danger is high today with no fire restrictions for Summit County or neighboring forests. A reminder to please put your fires out completely before you leave them, cold to the touch. Odds are good Dillon Reservoir will hit capacity this weekend. It's within 6 inches of filling completely. Gusty winds over 30 miles per hour are whipping up tree pollen. Clouds of yellow mist are coating the county. AccuWeather says pollen allergies will get worse into the weekend. Other allergens are low. In local entertainment news, festival season has arrived in Keystone. Tomorrow and Sunday is the popular Bacon and Bourbon Fest with all the bacon you can eat. Headlining both days on the main stage is festival favorite Hell's Bells, the all-women AC/DC tribute act. The music is free. Food and drinks will cost you. On Sunday, head to Silverthorne for the Riverside Makers Market. Dozens of local artists, jewelers, and more will be on the Blue River Trail from 11 to 3. In sports, the Rockies open a series with the Diamondbacks tonight. And in local sports, open now for summer are 3 of 4 summit ski areas. Copper Mountain opened today with the Mountain Coaster and more. Keystone Bike Park opened yesterday. The Mountaintop Snow Tubing Hill, that's open too. It's the only place in Colorado where you can go tubing on snow this summer. Breck is open out of Peak 8 with the Mountain Coaster, Ropes Course, and Alpine Slide. Opening for summer next weekend, Arapahoe Basin. Phil Lindeman, Krystal 93 News.